Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday, and welcome to our last seminar recording for this course. And maybe it might be the last seminar for this series of classes, or for your whole technology endorsement. If that's the case, congratulations. But in any case, congratulations to you all for persevering this year and making it through almost to the end of this course. We've got a couple weeks left. And a couple big projects due, so let's jump right in and cover what the expectations are for the next 2 weeks. So hopefully you can work ahead and enjoy your 24th weekend and get everything submitted and turned in on time. So start off with a quote. Great works are performed not by strength but perseverance. I may have mentioned that perseverance word before, and this quote was probably sticking in my mind because I've been preparing this presentation for a bit. But again, just well done. Taking everything one step at a time and improving your instruction and getting ready for whatever lies ahead of us. We're in an uncertain time in education, maybe even a scary time for folks, and we're going to make it through. We're going to get together and work as a state, as a team, as a region, as a district. Everyone's going to pull together and make it the best we can for kids. So, your assignments for week 11, I want you to explore through the new ETEP Standards for coaches. If you looked at this assignment, you may not have had access to this one early on, but had a broken link to begin with. The ETEP Standards have been updated in the last year, and they're great to go through. Some really good ideas and indicators there for furthering technology instruction and being a leader in your school, in your district, in your charter, whatever your case may be. Discussion post, we'll get into that discussion, but the discussion is based on the ETEP Standards for coaches. Your initial post, again, as always, is due by Sunday night, your enhanced discussion posts. And then your assignment this week is going to be modifying or redefining a lesson plan with appropriate educational technology tools. So let's break into that a little bit more. We've got our ETEP Standards there for coaches. There's 7 standards now instead of 6. And again, you're gonna improve or augment or redefine a lesson plan that you haven't done before. So first of all, the standards. The new standards. Well, we've got change agent, learning designer, collaborator, connected learner. I like the connected learner one. We've done a lot with PLNs in this course and discussed that and getting on Twitter and things like that. There was a quote. I was looking through the connected learner this standard through transform learning through technology. It's a guide they sent out to folks that are members of ISTE. But this quote really jumped out to me. We don't have to have the answer to everything. We just need to be connected to those who do. And I know for sure that the connections you have made throughout this course and these courses put you in that position. Use your colleagues, your PLNs, your instructors as a resource. You don't have to know everything, but you know folks who know the folks who maybe even know the folks that can to get those answers for you. And then the last 3 ETEP Standards for coaches, a professional learning facilitator, and we're going to experience that one this week pretty hard. Data-driven decision maker and a digital citizen advocate. All right, so after you review those standards, and there's some indicators that even dig a little deeper, let me just jump into that quickly for you folks. So it takes you to these new standards. There's the main standards there, but you can expand each one to see the indicators of each one with even some additional links to explore. So take a look at those, especially this professional learning facilitator. This is where your thinking cap is going to be for this week in designing that's for next week. That's week 12. We'll get to there next week. Your assignment this week is going to be this learning designer. You're going to be integrating technology. So we're going to be hitting standards 4 and 5 pretty solidly for the next couple of weeks. So back to the standards. Pick only one of those coaching standards, and then in your discussion post, identify how you envision yourself providing a leadership role. in education and technology among your peers within that area from the learning you've acquired through these endorsement courses? How can you be learning within your grade level, within your department, within your content area, within your school, within your district? We need new educational leaders and folks that are willing to show the way by both practice and everything else. So that's your discussion post. Don't forget to respond to others by Wednesday evening. Okay, your lesson plan modification. Remember back, or hopefully you remember back to our Samuel model, more of a framework as far as how to think about each of your lessons and how you're integrating technology with that. Are you just substituting technology with no improvement or functional change, a Google Doc instead of a written paper? Or are you modifying or redefining those tasks with technology? Are you doing things that are functionally better or even not even possible without that technology tool? So complete a lesson plan for us. Submit that however you'd like to. Talk us through how you're going to, what your lesson plan is and how it's going to be modified in a screen recording, whatever format works best for you. Please work on a new topic. Keep branching out, and don't just recycle a lesson plan that you've used in other courses for this endorsement or this class or anything else. So we want you to keep improving your practice and keep reaching out and figure out excellent new ways to integrate technology. Okay, that's week 11. Since we're pre-recording this and making it available to you now, since this is pretty close to the 24th weekend and holiday, so we want you to be able to work ahead, get your ducks in a row and be able to enjoy that time with your family, because crazy enough or not, the school year is coming at us like a freight train, and sooner rather than later. I know teachers in my district here at Iron, they're starting school with kids on the 11th of August, so it's coming up fast. I know many of you are starting later than that, but not too much later. But enough of that talk. We still want you to enjoy your holiday and get through this course successfully. So the discussion for week 12, just reflect on this course the last couple of months, what you've learned, what stood out to you, how you're going to use this information that you've learned, how you're going to encourage, what does encourage you to further explore this ubiquitous process of change and leadership within organizations, or your skills as a change leader. What things stood out to you, what sparked your curiosity as far as topics or reading went, and then specifically how are you going to follow up to learn more and put these ideas into practice from all of our readings, discussions, and seminars. So again, initial post by Sunday, probably going to be the 26th-ish, around there if I'm doing my math right. And then by the final course due date, I believe is the 29th. Everything's going to be due, your discussions and that. We'll get to those specific dates here in a bit. That's the discussion for week 12, your assignment. This is going to be your technology training plan. I know a couple of you have already maybe put together your presentations for the Reimagining Learning Conference. That's a great option for this assignment. If you've done that, just submit the link that for your training that you presented, that you shared with those folks at UEN. Just turn the link in for that for the assignment. If not, we want you to make a plan to host, to provide a technology training opportunity, either at your school level, in your grade level, hopefully reaching out to at least a handful or more than a handful of your coworkers, the folks that work along with you. We want it to be useful to you on a topic or something that folks around you, folks in your school, may not be as familiar as that than you are because of what we've been learning this summer and through these courses. But just pick a tool or a topic or a pedagogy or an approach or something that you'd like to share. The format is all up to you, whatever works best for you. We've just got some requirements, some elements that I'll detail on the next slide make sure you address those with your plan. Again, you may need to submit a couple of documents. We as instructors can see all of your submissions that you put into Canvas, not just the last one, not just the first one. So don't worry if you present multiple things, we'll be able to see those. And reference, if you do have multiple documents, just say, I'll submit this one and look for this and this other one, but just make sure you're referencing those so we know to look for those. Okay, and so those elements that we'd like to see, we would like you to first do some sort of needs assessment, for sure for yourself. A requirement is to have at least one other person take this survey from you. If it's your principal, if it's somebody else in your grade level or somebody else at your school. The STENA, the STNA, is pretty in depth. It's about a 9-page needs assessment. We encourage you to use this, take pieces of it if you'd like. The whole thing is quite a bit of a time requirement. We understand that. So there also is this school technology survey. It's a little bit briefer. It's only kind of 4 grid questions that might enable you to get to identify those needs a little bit faster. Whichever one you want to use is up to you. The link for the Google form will prompt you to make a copy of this, and this is a preview of it. So there are 4 questions that are like this in a grid style, that you look at the question on the left, and then through that scale, strongly disagree down to strongly agree or not applicable. So pick one of those 2, link there in the assignments, and so take it yourself, and then in your plan submit a review or the summary results, things that stood out to you, or the actual link to the survey results, so that we can take a look at those. And then for your goals, your training goals, are they SMART? Are they specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound? And we'll do those. Do you have goals that will improve all students' learning, that will improve effectiveness of teachers, and even some goals to differentiate learning? So make sure you address a few of those. And then, of course, cover what activities you planned, your expected outcomes, how you're going to measure learning. That's kind of a tough one. Is it, having teachers sharing examples back of, if they've actually gone and created something with the tool you've done, if they share that back with you, how do you know that those return back to the classroom? Just include some plans and some ideas on how what you have planned will be successful, and how you're going to measure the outcome on student learning. So include those in your plan. Share those back with your instructors. Again, whatever format you choose that's best for you should work, as long as you address these items. Okay, that's the next 2 weeks. Things to remember and do. Everything, the course is closing Wednesday, July 29th at 11:59 p.m., basically midnight. Go back and make sure you've submitted, and you've got at least submissions, and you've got scores for all of the assignments and discussions. I know with my class, I maybe have left some scores blank because they haven't been submitted, or have given you a partial credit because I want you to go back and readdress or engage more in the discussions. So make sure you go back and look at all those. This is a pass-fail class, and so we need to have, and passing means you've completed everything as far as, in a satisfactory way. Don't forget to submit your credit registration form to SUU after we've submitted grades. I know a lot of folks submit everything and then they just shoot that form right up to SUU. They need to have, your instructor needs to finalize all the grades, submit those to UEN. UEN needs to finalize those and then send those to SUU before they can process any credit, and that'll take at least a week after the course is done for that to happen. So we'll talk about specifics on that on the next slide. But don't forget to do that SUU credit submission, and then keep in contact with your new PLN, with your new network friends, on your folks on Twitter, folks in this class, and let us know how you're doing. Especially in the weeks and months to come, we hope everyone stays, is super successful in whatever format or model school returns as, and we want you to know you're safe and doing well. So keep in touch. All right, so here's the course credit. Here's the exact bits of information that you need to include with that form, and cleverly enough, in the course, that information is right there, EDUC 52365. That's the department, the course number, the section, the course name, how many credits. That's right there on the home page of the course. And then your instructor varies on whomever, whose section you're in. And then this is $23 a credit, so $69 total. And so the way you know that your grades have been submitted and you're good to go to send in your SUU form is you'll be notified that you have received a score on the course complete assignment. Look for that in your grades. It's a yes, no, complete, not complete kind of thing. But once your instructor is satisfied with your efforts and the things you've submitted and all the work for the course, they'll give you credit for that assignment, and then that will open up a little quiz that you can take, and everyone's going to choose SUU credit, and that'll take you to the registration form. But we've got that linked here, so just make sure you've got a score on that course complete assignment before you submit your SUU form. So like I said, give us about a week to get that done. Don't wait longer than 60 days or else SUU might not give you the credit for that. So don't forget to turn that in. Additional things about the endorsement, if you're still working on that, don't forget you need to attend an EdTech conference. That's been a little bit trickier since March because a lot of those, our URSA conference was canceled for the summer, but there are new opportunities popping up, and I promise there's going to be a lot more opportunities popping up. Look for some news coming from UEN in your district and C-Forum and all those kind of places for additional conferences and things like that. USET might even be, we might even have a virtual online conference in November this year, so you can participate with that from the comfort of your home in pajamas. EdCamp's coming up. There's the UEN Tech Summit that was just back in June. Next one will be coming up in June. The UELMA Conference, ISTE, if that happens in December or in November, December in Anaheim, fingers crossed that can be done. There's the CTSA Summer Conference, all kinds of different opportunities, or a district sponsored conference that's at least a day long. So you got to attend an EdTech conference. Additional courses coming up. This is a link to the UEN course catalog. They will be adding their specific courses, and that registration opens up early in August. I don't know if it's the 1st or not. I wasn't able to reach out to anybody today to get that specific date, but look for those. The MOOC courses they have, there's some great things. That's a great way to knock off some of your electives. If there's a specific platform or tool you want to take a look at, those courses, and I'm going to just jump into the course catalog right now. These courses run for a year. These MOOCs, they end August 31st. The next ones will start up September 1st. But then you have a year to go through and complete the learning requirements for these courses. So I'm halfway through this Adobe Creative Tools MOOC. I've got to get things done by the 31st. But again, a new series will open up on September 1st. If you want to learn more about your Mac or iPads, things like that, there's one on digital empowerment. That's a newer one. Education and digital storytelling, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one before. That one's August 1st to August 31st, so you could jump into that one if you would like, if that's something of interest to you. Getting started with Canvas, that again, they've got one that's starting up August 1st to the 31st. Excuse me. The Google Certified Educators, these are basically, you go through Google's content, and at the end you share your certificate or proof of that learning to UEN, and they'll give you one SU credit for that. So those are both there. Learning on the go, mobile learning, that's a great thing. A lot of your kids are using Canvas to access, the mobile apps, the student app to access Canvas, and there's some considerations there to improve those courses to make it the best experience possible for those kids. And then Nearpod, UEN is funding Nearpod for the next year at least, probably beyond that, for all schools in the state. So if you want to learn more about Nearpod and get certified that way, you can earn credits, and those credits count as electives for this course, for the EdTech endorsement as well. So other things you can do besides just these 6-week, 12-week courses that we offer. In addition to the UEN fall courses, these courses here listed are specific for SEDC and Qs. But if you're in this class and you need these courses, reach out to Clint or to Brandon if you need to get some of these courses done. SEDC is we're really going to hit Canvas hard to begin with, and blended learning methods. We feel like there's a huge need for that right now. Qs is going to start off with this course as well. The foundations, those are the core courses. And then teaching digital citizenship, teaching online, and we're both offering the blended learning methods courses in the second half of that fall semester. So if you'd like to get into any one of those courses, reach out to Brandon or Clint with the email addresses there. And then as far as being a leader goes, you might want to get involved with the C Forum. That's the content forum. Basically, these are the educational coaches and technology trainers from around the state. There's a good mailing list there where you can get questions answered, ask questions of those folks, see what's going on around the state. And then if it works for you, there's monthly meetings that you're invited to participate in and learn more from this great learning network of folks from around the state. Whew. Lots of good things going on. Lots of things going on with life and with school and with getting ready for coming back to school. This is the 16th today. You've got till the 29th to get everything submitted for this course. If you need help, reach out to your instructors. If you have questions, reach out to them anytime. We're here to help. We want you to be successful. We want you to finish strong and do well. We just want you to be successful. It's been a huge honor and privilege to learn along with you guys, and we hope that you've gotten a lot out of these courses. We've learned a lot being your instructors and following along in discussions. We miss you. If you're done with the endorsement, we'll miss you. If you're just getting started, we're excited to see what's coming up for you. Be well. Best of luck. Reach out to your network and to your instructors if we can help in any way. Have a great 24th. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Bye-bye.